So
it's almost like a firefighter disciplining himself to go to the gym. You know, it may seem like a drudgery at the time, but then, you know, when the fire's breaking out, he's got to sprint up the stairs and carry somebody back down. Then he's able to do it. So it's really,
now it makes sense.
Right. It's like, okay, yeah, so glad I did that. You know?
So
Exactly.
that's what I do day to day. I think, man, I just try to, and, you know, even throughout the day, man, I try to make sure that I don't check the box with God in the morning and keep it moving.
Right.
I try to keep a conversation going. So, like, I describe it as like a never-ending phone call that we're not hanging up. Like, I just get, hey, man, you still there? Oh, yeah, let me talk to you about this. Right? And just keep the conversation going. Like, I mean, like, I've said it from the stage sometimes in the church we go to. Like, I ask God dumb questions. Like, man, I don't know what to wear today. What should I wear? Like, because I want to have a constant, if he is who he described himself to be, Abba, Father, I just want to talk to you. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, help me think through this situation. Oh, man, I just got this bad phone call. My friends are going through this. How can I guide me on how to speak to them and what not to say? So there's always this constant communication. And I think that keeps me grounded.
Man, you know what I love about that is that's a dependence state. It's like, I'm just bringing every single thing. I'm in a dependent. I don't have to figure it out and figure out what I think God would like and then go present it to him and try to impress him. I can just go, wait, I don't know what the right thing is, but I know you know what the right thing is. So, hey, we're together. And I know you love me and you're wanting to build me up and help me build up other people and stuff. So what do you got? What do you think? What are you thinking about this? Let's just keep the dialogue open. We don't ever want to close the dialogue box.
That's 100%. That's how I try to live. I'm not perfect at it, but that's how I try to live.
Right. Amen to that. So I want to, for our listeners and our viewers, for those who are kind of resonating with this value theme and putting it in and sharing it out and that would have a heart to jump on board with what you're doing. What are the needs that Safe House Project has right now? What are the ways to get involved?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, well, the website, safehouseproject.org, is got tons of info about who we are, what we're doing, where we're going, how you can get involved, and social media at Safe House Project. You can find that everywhere. But I mean, the biggest thing, man, we need advocates. We need finances. We need warriors that can take this conversation in different places. One of the things we want to do, we want to impact culture, corporation, and politics so that we can end this thing by 2030. That's the goal. So relationships people have, like, you know, again, a phone call on the way here with all the people getting involved. I won't mention some of the folks because I just don't know what, you know, I'll let Christy and Brittany make some of the announcements.
Right.
But I don't get in trouble on the back end. But it's people in all different sectors of industry that you wouldn't know have a heart for this, but that have powerful friends in media and in corporation and in politics and in music and in culture, that are just like, hey, we want to lend our voice and our influence and our resources and the relationships to this. So I would say, man, it's more important even on the ground level than it is at that level. Like, you know, when I think about the Book of Jonah and how, you know, you got the whole fish situation, and he says he came into the city and he starts to preach, right? He didn't go to the king first. He was just in the city, right? He's just like, hey, man, turn away from your wicked ways, repent, or else God's going to smash his place. And it says the people turned and then trickled upward to the king. And then the king was like, all right, now I'm making this a law. Right. So I think, man, on the ground level, people, you know, every single voice matters. Somebody's saying, I will not stand for trafficking in my home and my family. I won't stand for these conversations in my friend circle. I want to educate my friends on what trafficking actually is, because people think it's just kidnapping. It's not just that. And being able to lend their voice, and then every dollar counts, every voice counts, every volunteer counts. We got a ton of events popping up over the place, galas that we're doing. You know, we need help. We need relationships to come and leverage resources and opportunities and their voice so we can end this. So I would say visit the site and then find out where your place is. And then email Brittany, Christy, and we have more staff we're bringing on right now, and just find out how you can plug in.
You know, something I love that you said was that Jonah didn't get involved at the top, because so many people are, especially in this election year, so many people are sitting there hinging all their hopes on what happens at the top. Yeah. But yet getting involved, having the right mindset where you are, and you said trickle upward. I think we should start a hashtag trickle upward movement. Get involved where you are, doing what you can in the ways that you can, and then let it grow and influence until it moves up.
It's never worked from the top down. Like, the only thing you get from the top down is a further solidification of what already is. But when things change, it's always bottom up. It's always, cultural movements are always bottom up. Whether it's resurgences or whether it's coups or whether it's like we're changing the thought. It's always the ground level, and it trickles up to the people who make the decisions. and then they solidify it.
So I love that. Yeah, because, and thinking about that dependence thing, we were talking about dependence on God, but if we're looking to the people at the top to do it, we're placing our dependence in the wrong thing. Whereas if we're starting at the bottom, we're placing our dependence on God to do what only he can do through us and getting us involved here and then trusting it to go where it needs to go.
Because how could the people without the power change everything? I mean, even if you all raise your voices, if they're the ones with the authority, with the law, how could it doesn't make any sense, but that's how it always happens. Yeah. It's always the bottom, right? The thing that shouldn't work, works.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, I'd rather have, and that was the thing, like we talked about the safe house, like I was hoping one rich guy would cut a check and that would be over.
Right.
And it was a bunch of people that did small things, and now we have a national movement. Like, who saw this coming?
Yeah.
So it's just nuts how it's always true. So I would love for anybody who feels like they don't have a big enough voice, man, God needs your voice. Like your voice is legitimate, the one he wants to use, and use it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, if there's anybody watching this that suspects, I know like this summer we had a project going on through the church and just something didn't seem right with one of the kids, and that got investigated a little bit more and found out she was right on the verge of being trafficked that evening, was all excited about this event she was being taken to, and we were able to intervene and intercept that. If somebody sees something that just doesn't seem right, that just seems a little fishy, is there a way, is there anybody to contact? What should somebody do?
There's a national trafficking hotline that we actually have on the website, safehouseproject.org.
Yeah.
And then also, like, you can reach out to us because we've actually found us, at least in our region, we find ourselves being involved in actually helping break some of those cases up like that when you're talking about. But we've also got partners nationally in different states all over the country that we are starting to build relationships where we know who to call when we get a call from different places.
Nice.
Because our whole goal our goal with Safe House Project is to bring unification to all. There's so many amazing organizations fighting trafficking in their own way, in their community, in their state. And we want to be a part of helping to bring all those things together and create like national dialogue and national resources. So, I mean, reach out and call us no matter what's going on. We may know somebody nearby that can help. But there is a national hotline and number on our website, as well as, a bunch of different relationships we have.
Yeah. So. Nice. And then I think the last question I want to ask you is for anybody who's listening, who's thinking, wow, I'm not involved in that, but I'm struggling with a sense of value. I'm struggling with a sense of purpose. I'm struggling with a sense of identity and with worth. What would you want to say to them, just really just to them?
Yeah. If I had to say anything, it would be what I said in the beginning. I do not believe that you get another shot at this. I don't think that God is making duplicates of you. I don't think that, even if you have a twin, they're not you. Your fingerprints are different. So I think that if you're the only you that's ever going to exist, and if there is a God and he's the one that made you, not something random blew up and you happen to be here, but you're actually handcrafted by a designer, which I think is the case, then that means you're priceless. It means you're ultimately priceless. That means nobody can take value from you. Nobody can give value to you. You have it inherently because you were made by a designer who said, I'm only going to make one of this person because that's special to me. And if you can understand and believe and live into that, and you can't let anybody take value from you, you can't let what anybody says give value to you, you know that you already have it because you are. And if that's the case, man, then you can start to live in more confidence in the God that made you, not just in yourself, And I just believe, man, Christ is that. So I would find value in the fact that you've been handcrafted, you've been made, you've been designed with dignity, value, and purpose intrinsically to you. And nobody can take that away. And therefore you can live from that.
Outstanding. I can't wait to go back and re-listen to this. This has been good. Just let some of this sink in. Yeah, this is good stuff. When you're saying that, it reminded me of something I heard a long time ago, that God spoke the universe according to the biblical story of creation. God spoke the universe, but he made you by hand. We have
that's dope, bro.
We have artists signing artworks going for millions of dollars, but God signed his name. It's absolutely in your DNA, your fingerprint.
That's so good.
Wow. So, Legin, this is fantastic, man. Thank you so much for this time. I'm so glad this got to happen. I'm feeling energized and inspired. And
thanks for letting me be here.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Angie too.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful wife and all her artisticness.
Yeah. She loved that. She's awesome. She's awesome. She's a special lady. So, well, wow. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been in depth. If you're like me, this has been beautiful and really some really great things to think about, to feel, to ponder, and some great advice, and also some great ways to get involved, helping in adding value to other people in this extremely critical way that's affecting so many people, and that's so seldomly spoken about. Although Legin's changing that, but it's getting spoken about a lot more. And so please share this. Please get it out to anybody that you think would have a heart to get involved, and help us get the word out. And I just deeply hope that this has been a blessing to you. I know it has. If you're still with us at this point, I know it has been. So thank you so much again. Legin, Nigel Anderson, and I'm Jeff Byrd with Jeffrey Byrd Coaching, and this has been Empowered Living, and until next time, God bless you.